Hola mi gente, welcome to my channel. So I want to show you how I make this delicious loaded potato soup. This soup came out so good, it's so easy to put together, and you're going to love it. So I'm going to show you staying to the end of the video, and let's get started. Alright mi gente, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to crisp out some bacon. In the same pot, you're going to make your soup, and I have my flame on medium-low heat. While that cooks, we're going to get some onions and garlic prep. So I have here the Spanish onion. You can use a red onions, that's what you have. And then we're just going to dice this into small dices. Alright guys, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna smash 2 garlic cloves. You can definitely do this by hand, but I'm gonna use my garlic smasher just to make my life a little bit easier. And that is all of the aromatics we're gonna use for this soup. Alright guys, so now my bacon is nice and crisp. I'm going to remove it from my pot and leave my bacon fat. So then after that, I'm going to add my onions, and then we're going to start sauteing this for about 5 minutes. You're looking for your onions to be almost translucent, something like this. And then when you get this, you're going to add your garlic, and then you're going to saute your garlic for 30 seconds. Remember, we're still on medium-low heat. So after sauteing your garlic, you're going to add some flour, and then you're just going to saute this for about 3 to 4 minutes. You just don't want to see no white, all right? You don't want to see no flour. And then when that is good to go, you're going to start adding your liquids. So I'm going to start whisking in my milk, and then you want to make sure you're using a whisk for this because you want to break down also the flour, and you want to make sure that flour is cooking. So after adding your milk, you're going to add some heavy cream, and then you're going to whisk that together. After adding the heavy cream, you're going to add some chicken broth, and you're also going to go ahead and mix all of that together. And mi gente, you want to make sure you're scraping the bottom of your pot so you can get those bacon bits from the bottom of it. And guys, I'm going to have everything down in the description, all right? All of the ingredients that I'm using for my soup is going to be down below. So now we're going to go ahead and season this all with some sazón completo. I'm also going to add some adobo, garlic powder. I know I added raw garlic, but the garlic powder is going to give it such a good taste. And then we're going to go in with a pinch of salt. You're going to mix that together, and then you're just going to allow this to come to a soft boil. Alright, mi gente, so while we wait for our soup, we're going to get our potatoes prepped. So I'm going to start by peeling some Yukon Gold potatoes. And by the way, guys, you can do this early and then just keep your potatoes in nice cold water. And then when you're ready to use it, you're just going to drain that water out, pile your potatoes dry, and then we're going to start cutting them. Alright guys, so now we're going to start cutting our potatoes. So I'm going to cut my potatoes into big, nice chunks, okay? You can cut them smaller if you want. But remember, I am going to grab a potato smasher when my potatoes are done, and I'm going to smash them a little bit in the soup, all right? I'll show you, when the time comes. But you can cut this smaller also if you want. Alright guys, so now that my soup has reached that bubbling point, we're going to give this a mix, alright? And make sure you're scraping the bottom of your pot as you're doing so. So now you're going to taste it and adjust it to your liking. Please taste your food and make sure you like how it tastes. I'm going to add just a little bit more of sazón completo, but you can go ahead and leave it as is or add anything else you want to add to it. So once you're happy with how your soup tastes, you're going to add your potatoes. You're going to give that a mix, and you're going to partially cover your pot, lower your heat to medium, and then you're going to cook your potatoes just until they are for tender. Alright, mi gente, so while my potato is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and grate my cheddar cheese. Make sure you grate your own cheese. It tastes better in the soup. Alright guys, so my soup has been cooking for about 12 minutes, and I have been stirring it here and there during that time, alright? So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to make sure your potatoes is nice and for tender and they are perfect. So now I'm going to grab my potato smasher. So this is the reason why I cut them into such a big chunks, because I knew I was going to smash them right in the soup. I like doing this because one is breaking down some of those potatoes, and it's also going to thicken up your soup. It's going to make it nice and creamy and delicious, but I'll still have those nice big chunks that I want to see. And mi gente, just give it a nice mix, and you already see how it's nice and thick and beautiful. So the last thing we're gonna do, that bacon that we crisp up at the beginning, you're just gonna go ahead and cut it into bite-sized pieces. You're gonna add it to your soup along with your cheese, and then you can add a little, as much as you want. You're gonna give this a nice final mix, and make sure you taste it before you serve it. And mi gente, our soup is ready and it's delicious. Mi gente, this loaded potato soup came out beautiful. It tastes amazing. So I just added some cheese and bacon on the top. Now, if you have scallions, make sure you add it to it too, because it's going to give it such a good taste. I also crisped out some pita bread just to dip it in my soup, and this was the perfect dinner. Let me tell you, the leftovers are going to be even better. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y buen provecho.